10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our From Live After Show. Today we'll be breaking down Season 2's finale, Episode 10, Once Upon a Time, ? It's been a very stressful 10 weeks for us with not getting any answers. We have a lot to say. We love the show. Don't get us wrong. It holds a dear place in our heart, but we need to have a serious conversation. But of course, today's show will be full of jokes and shenanigans because that's what we do here. With that being said, Yutaka, how's it going, man?
I can just say I was right about Donna all the time. So just tossing that out there. I said I would. I said when we got to this point.
You did. You did.
I give it to you.
But I'm happy with the show. I have some frustrations, but I'm just happy that I love the acting on this show more than anything.
Yes.
So I'm happy and I'm hopeful for a third season.
Same here. Jay, what's going on, man? How you doing? And what did you think about the finale? Quick thoughts.
I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. It was good, but it led to more questions. So I have a lot to say. It was still good, though.
Yeah. And Desiree, how you doing? And what did you think of the Season 2 finale?
I'm doing well, thank you. And not good enough, but it was all right.
Yeah.
It was meh.
Like, but you know what? I had the same feeling at the end of Season 1. And it kind of brought back like that old like feeling of like, okay, I'm glad we kind of got a little further along in the story, but it still kind of frustrated me that we didn't get any answers. So I want to know in the comment section while we're discussing this, rate the finale 1 through 10. Then at the end of the show, after we've all given our opinions, I want you guys in the comments to rate it again, just so we can kind of gauge what you guys thought about it too. So I guess y'all want to dive in.
Yeah.
I guess
I'm gonna rate though real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, good call. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna rate.
Yeah.
I've got my number. Let me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put mine in the comments now.
Here.
Yeah.
All right.
Should be able to rate it too.
I was being nice on that one.
We're doing 1 through 10, I said, right? Okay. I'll give it.
Ooh, some of you all way too high. Dang.
I was being nice.
No, I'm with you. I saw somebody Anna put an 8.5.
Wow, I see.
That's very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang. Okay. I thought in the middle road was very polite. I mean, 8.5. That just means you really enjoyed the show. So I do like hearing that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. So I feel like we got a good range.
Very interesting. Interesting.
We're talking about the finale. Sabrina, like, what did you think about the finale?
Oh, we do have to talk season overall then afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, we can do season overall.
Good to bring that up too.
Yeah. Okay.
Squeeze that in.
So all right, well, let's do that before we start. What do you guys rank the season overall out of 10?
Ooh.
Honestly, I would probably go with like a 7.5. Honestly.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm between a 7 and a 7.5 because there were more high moments than there were low moments. So
okay, yeah, I think I agree with Jay on that. It's definitely a 7.5.
Yeah, solid 7 for me.
I wonder who they're gonna get to.
I'm done.
Oh my
That's a good one.
You know what? That comment wins. No,
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
that has to
is
get pinned.
Rhonda. Oh.
Hey,
I
Sharonda.
love it. Hi, Sharonda. Jeez,
Tabitha got pushed out
that
the
was
window.
brutal.
That's
But
funny.
to be fair, when that happened, I kind of cheered a little.
Yeah, I'm guilty. I was kind of
Yeah.
like, yes, but no, but yes.
I just wish it was Randall going out the window, honestly.
Yeah, hi, Gigi.
I still can't believe that. Like, I can't wait to talk about that whole. I don't even know what to think of that moment.
Nah, they're unserious for that. They're playing around like ain't no way. That's what I thought. Well, we'll get to that. Let's dive on in. So we open up with Boy, Jade, and I guess the Matthews family, kind of talking, and Jade says what we've been saying this whole season about how there's too much that they don't know, and it's sort of like opening the book and starting in the middle. It's like getting a few jigsaw puzzles pieces to a jigsaw puzzle, and not even the useful pieces. It's like getting two random pieces. And he says the problem is that there's two pieces somewhere that are connected, and we just don't know how. So Kenny and Boyd decide to kind of go and talk to Sarah, and I'm trying to think. Should we go and talk about? Let's talk. Okay, so they find Randall. Let's talk about that first. So Dale, Donna, and Elgin go to find Randall, and first of all, why is Dale not dead? That's what I want to know.
Why is he not locked in the room? Yeah,
exactly.
But I agree. Well, I was like, "You're alive?"
I was shocked.
Why?
I was very upset about that. I was like, why is this man even breathing right now?
Yeah. Like, why isn't he torn to pieces? Like, I don't understand that. He literally almost killed Ellis. And so they spread out, and they go to find Randall. And he's like petrified, but not dead. And when they go to touch him, and I love From because the jump scares, like, they make me mad, but I laugh after them because, like, why? Like, come on, why now? Why y'all do that? Like, y'all don't have to.
Because they know people like you were gonna jump.
I definitely jumped. I screamed a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I screamed a little bit. Yeah, they scared the hell out of me, and so this makes me think too, because like I said, we have an outline, but we're just gonna just do what we do normally. So if Martin was tied up, where's Martin's body? Or was that his physical body too? Because I have
questions about that because I don't think they answered that at all in this show. I don't know if that's like a state of mind wherever they really are, or maybe where. I don't understand what that is unless it's kind of the whole like a parallel universe. See, they didn't answer that well for me, but poor Donna actually, being like, can't leave him here. Like, oh man, she's a better person than I would have been. I'm like, he's good.
Yeah, like he literally kidnapped you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was weird.
I honestly don't know.
I would have left Randall, honestly.
Right?
I would have left him.
And no one cares about him. But
I don't know. I just
if they could keep Dale.
Yeah.
Yes, we can keep Randall.
Well, that is a valid point. Ooh, Martin was because his eyes weren't like. Oh,
okay.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
that's something to think about. Wait, where were the other? If they were supposed to come in 3, now that makes me think, where were the other 2 that should have been in that room with Martin?
Maybe they were waiting for more victims, and they were holding on to him and draining him slowly. Because everybody who's in that trench is supposed to die, right?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, they were the chosen, I guess.
The 3 of them.
But I agree. Where was his body?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I mean,
that is a good question.
It must be decrepit and foul smelling now. Well, you know what? As RJ's already stated, Colony House must smell real bad. So I'm sure that town does not smell good at all.
No.
So
I feel like
where are they getting the deodorant?
Oh, you're right. They were skeletons on the wall. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
that's
So
right. Yeah, they were.
See, I
Okay.
forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Oh,
That,
So he was one of the
this is
last.
cyclic. This has happened before.
Okay. See, this is why I appreciate you all for I can't remember back to
Yeah. So I guess it's a part of the
episode.
curse. It has to keep going, and that's why it was very imperative for Boyd to stop that music
We
box.
watching the comedy.
Nah, man. Colony House smelled like ham. You can't convince me.
Oh my God! No.
you know, one interesting thing about that is like I thought Colony House and these other buildings they're all close to each other. But it's like no, Colony House is on the way other side.
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like, why is that so far away from?
Like that's a long walk to breakfast
Yeah.
in the morning.
Randall, chance he may come around next. I highly doubt that, but okay.
But you know what was funny to me?
He could be a
And
changed man.
you know what was funny to me?
Yeah.
And I know we kind of skip around how everyone who came out of the trance woke up with somebody next to them and Randall was alone.
You know what though? I noticed that and I was like, it maybe I didn't feel bad for him. I felt like that's what should have happened, but I couldn't tell if his character was kind of like upset that nobody was there, you know? But I did notice that he was the only one, and he should be thanking his lucky stars he's alive.
Yeah, Colony House need to put limes under their arms because
I did not know that.
Yeah,
lemons and limes.
Yeah,
you can, but
yep, I used to do that. I used to rub lemons under. Yeah, if you don't want to use that toxic deodorant, why not? It works.
Yeah. So speaking of answers, Sarah, Kenny, and Boyd, you know, they go in the forest to search for answers. He says there was a little boy in white that told him to get in I keep wanting to call it the Anywhere tree. That's from Lock and Key. That's why.
Yeah, it's the Nowhere tree?
Yeah, Nowhere tree or Anywhere key or something like
far
that.
Away tree or something.
Far Away tree, yes.
Far Away tree. Okay, yeah. So he says it was a little boy that told him to get in the tree, and it's the same boy that Elgin had a dream about. And he says they're all trying to unravel what happened. Sarah thinks that the little boy is trying to help, and she doesn't think that she actually doesn't think it's a little boy. She thinks it's something more. So they end up going out to the area where Boyd was chained up, which we were just talking about. And I don't understand because I was confused too when he got there. I was like, wait a minute, this is outside. Weren't you trapped in something? So it kind of like threw me off. I had to watch it like twice to kind of understand what was going on. So long story short, Sarah gets her Jean Grey on and she starts getting a headache and screaming. But she's not as useless as Jean Grey is. She didn't pass out. So, you know.
That's so true. Jean Grey always passes out.
She always passes out. She can't even bend a spoon without passing out.
She'll be like,
stop.
Right.
Like,
jeez.
So irritated. But so she hears a music box and she's digging. You know, she says she hears him screaming. And what was scary about this whole scene to me was when she said it's laughing at Boyd for bringing it back into town, and it wants them to suffer. How it got excited when it finally got to touch Kenny's arm. Sarah tells him that Julie and the others are dying, and that Boyd has to make the music stop. So once again, more questions, no answers. What did y'all think of this scene, Yutaka?
When Sarah started going like kind of crazy, and I don't know, like she again, I think this is Sarah's redemption arc. I really do, because I do think she wants to atone for what she's done. So, but that scene though, I couldn't tell. I was like, should I be questioning her? Because she was just going all different, like around the world, like craziness and zaniness. But I do like that even Kenny kind of he's like, I'm gonna put on my big boy pants. I was like, all right, let's go out there, let's see what this is all about. But again, no answers. But I did like the scene because I felt there was like this amount, like high level of tension, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Desiree?
I really did enjoy that scene, even though the screaming kind of did get annoying. This episode was full of. I'm like, okay, y'all, please, like, my gosh, like, does it hurt that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it did hurt that bad, but I do in a way. I mean, she was going crazy. I think she was going even harder than Jean Grey. Like, can we turn this episode down?
No, for real. It was loud.
Yes, I'm like, yeah. I do in a way wish that we could have heard a little bit of the voice. I think that would have been interesting. I mean, yeah, we love the mystery, but
Yeah.
I want to know exactly what the voice was saying, the tone, and just, yeah, it was a good scene. We were getting there.
Yeah.
Nice way of starting the episode.
Yeah. Jade, what do you think of this whole scene of Sarah getting her Jean Grey on?
Well, I agree with Des because I think that it would have been more interesting if there was some kind of layer with hearing that voice, because it would have led to, I don't know, something a little bit more. Because I mean, who knows? It could have been like a radio frequency, someone just interfering with, messing with their heads or something, or because we know it's not time travel. Like, that's out of the frame. I mean, I think it.
Thank God.
Yeah. So I'm glad that aspect's out. But I don't know. I just think that, there's a lot of screaming. I was just like, but besides that, I think, that part was kind of important because it's been not obviously, following them since they've been here. But it's like, I'm trying to think of other times where Kenny was touched, besides, the bugs being in him.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that time was when he got touched was those bugs, or maybe there's a time that we did not see, or at least I can't remember, where a presence did touch him. And there's a lot of substance to that, so I'm not sure. It's just really interesting, though.
I saw that somebody put in there, and I liked. I think it was it Ling Ling, who said, "I like that Kenny finally believes that Sarah can hear things." Like, I agree. That was something that it was nice to see that. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean he forgives her, but at least he's a little bit more understanding or empathetic to what's going on.
Yeah, and that's a good point too, because like I feel a lot of people in this town have opportunities to say something, and when they do, it's not enough, and they just all look at each other like, it's like, yes, I'm trying to tell you that yes, I saw a ghost. If I saw this child, I saw a child. You're probably seeing the same thing or something different. So
no.
They coped on that.
I'll say this: Kenny low key didn't get on my nerves this episode. Even when Boyd was like, I don't know, Boyd. No, because Kenny didn't. No, Boyd wanted to go back, right? And Kenny didn't want to. Yeah, Boyd. Yeah, Boyd wanted to go back, and Kenny was like, "No, we got to keep going." So I don't know where Kenny got this change of heart from, and why he waited to the last episode to kind of like do better and be better. But I like the fact that it's a total 180 from when they had found Smiley's body. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Randall miss every single shot last episode? Because I don't think we talked about that. Because Boyd said the bullets didn't work because there were no dead monsters, but I don't think Randall hit anything.
No.
But
like, shoot.
No, hold on now, because wasn't it? Didn't Boyd also shoot?
I thought Boyd shot warning shots for something for Tabitha.
Okay, because one of them got hit in the chest. One of the monsters did get hit in the chest. It didn't like they kept moving. So
Boyd had the weapon, I think. So I think he.
Oh no! Boyd gave Randall the weapon. Randall did. Yeah, no. Randall did hit a couple of them in the chest.
Oh, okay.
It did not.
Yeah.
There were a lot of characters.
Yeah.
That's
sacrifice.
Was it Boyd shooting? Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was Boyd that was shoot because he didn't he.
I'm tripping.
I am so confused, y'all. Sorry, y'all.
Oh no, because I thought Boyd went out and he started shooting at Smiley and a couple of other he shot one of them, and I don't know. I think he loaded like 3 shots or something like that.
So did he take the gun?
Yeah, they didn't give Randall the gun. They didn't give him the.
I don't think Randall got the gun.
But,
they gave it to him when they were going to run out. They were pushing him out to, kind of be the first to.
But the bullets didn't work. That was the main thing. I do remember.
Yeah.
A couple of them got shot. It didn't work. And which, to be fair, though, I mean, it was the fact that it was in their blood, even though, and they took the bile. So, not saying like, I mean, those are two different body substances, but
yeah. I mean, I don't know. We need answers, and it's getting frustrating as a viewer to not get these answers. And okay, so I guess it's a good segue into Boyd's conversation when he went to the church. Now, I'll say this. I'm no longer a religious person. However, when Boyd was cursing at God, I say, hey, watch it.
Now.
You ain't going to get out like that.
Yeah, you still got to respect, you know.
Yeah, you in the house of the Lord. Watch it.
Yeah, have some respect.
Yeah. Like, that's why you're not going nowhere now, talking to God like that.
It's funny because I chuckled at that scene. I mean, I'm like overly religious, but I chuckled even though I was like, I wouldn't do that though.
Yeah, it's I'm like RJ. I'm not religious, but still, just respecting another person's, you know, nature is just the right thing to do. So I would be up in there doing all that.
Some things you don't do.
No.
I was like, when he was saying that, like my inner like Baptist was like, oh no,
like no, we rebuke you. Do this.
No,
I can't be associated with you after that. Like,
not on my Christian TV show.
Right, like, boy, that's why you got that curse in the first place.
Exactly. That's why you're here now. Maybe you got to learn some respect. But I understood the core of the conversation and how he was saying, like, why is it him that has to be the one to lead everybody home, and is questioning his ability, and you know, he's really freaking out, and I guess the stress of being a leader. And we've talked about this before. Everybody can't handle leadership. What is it? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And I feel like it's sort of, the crown is getting a little bit too heavy for him. And we've seen everybody snap and crack here and there. But I think this was Boyd's. For you to be cursing at God, oh yeah, you definitely have a mental breakdown.
Ain't
no
that
way.
suit jacket got him feeling like a. I'm telling you, I've been wearing that since season 1. It's time to get rid of it for break. With the jeans.
Looking like Usher in 2007.
Yeah, you just gotta flap it, you know, in the back.
Not say yeah. That's what he looked like.
Look like somebody's daddy, somebody's uncle. That is hilarious. Oh.
Okay, I'll check. I'm looking.
Uh-oh. That's a good thing though.
Better apply. But yeah, I don't know. I get where Boyd was coming from with that. And it was a very interesting conversation. I think it's detrimental to his character arc that he starts to question himself. And he's done it before, but never in that big of a manner. But Donna comes in and she kind of brings him down to earth, or back to earth. And she kind of lets him know that, hey, right now, if we're all gonna die, we need to make the most of it. And she convinces him to go to the wedding ceremony for his son. And I don't really have too much to say about that scene. It was a wedding scene, so it's not much to.
Yeah. But Donna has impeccable timing once again. Gosh. Like, can't you see he's talking to the Lord?
Randall did have a point. She's always showing up right at the right moment.
Don't y'all come for Donna. You tried that once.
I'll give her a break, but
I'm with you, Utaka. She does be, but I mean, to be fair, she does pop out in awkward situations, you know, and it does make you wonder. But at the same time, I think Donna's she's been there a long time, just like a few others have, and she's just going through a lot.
Nah, she be low-key. Hey, sister, she low-key be teleporting like Jason, Michael Myers. Like, where she be coming from?
Right.
Like, she be popping that, and it's like Donna comes at the worst times and at the best times. It's like, if you don't want Donna to pop up, she's gonna pop up. If you want Donna to pop up, she's gonna pop up. She's like you got to summon. She's a demon. You gotta summon her.
Well, Randall needs to summon her because I'm
She's
sure
a
she ain't
genie,
done with
y'all.
him.
She's definitely the mother
Yeah,
hen.
she is the mother hen.
Yes, she is. She
Definitely
is.
the mother hen.
Yeah. The wedding scene was nice though.
Now I'll say this: Fatima, she low key was talking Ellis's drawers off in them vows. Like she's smooth with it. She's a poet. She's smooth.
She
I
is.
rock with her for that. I was like, okay, Fatima with your romantic words, but I'm just scared for them. I thought somebody was gonna die, honestly, before they tied the vow, before they got married. I thought one was gonna die.
A lot of people said that because she stood near the window and they thought it would have been like Reggie with the gun ready to just aim and fire because of his anger. I don't know. But
Yeah. How would y'all have felt if
yeah.
someone died? Like one of them.
I probably wouldn't have. Ooh, it sounds terrible, but I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have cared. I'm sorry. I'd probably be like, finally, all these mouths to feed. About time.
It's true. Like, look, population control. That's what Sarah's job was in season
Their
1.
bodies.
So. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's his face was acting crazy with that weapon though. When he took what's his face's gun from the shed.
I call him Ponytail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot his name. Oh,
Yeah,
I think it was a biblical name, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
They haven't confirmed the season 3 yet. There's been like a third-party site that's not credible that has said that there's a season 3, but there's been no word from like an official verified source that we're getting to season 3.
And I don't think we'll get one until the writer's strike is over.
Yeah.
I think that's sadly, which I understand that's going to hinge on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Support the writers, and actors are going on strike too on the 30th if they can't come to a negotiation. So
I hope they do because we need a season 3, honestly. I feel like we've been through too much stress with the first 2 seasons, and we haven't gotten a single like credible answer, or just we haven't gotten shit. Yeah. Like now that I'm thinking about it, we ain't got nothing.
No, we haven't.
No.
And that's sad.
No, just a bunch of theories.
I'll save myself for the end.
So, I guess let's talk about Jade's, because like there's not a lot to talk about this episode because it was really just about tying up loose ends and stuff like that. So let's talk about Jade's whole.
You talk to your face. I'm sorry. You talk
because I have to say I was wrong. I was wrong. Damn it. I was wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was funny.
Good. Matter of fact, go ahead and apologize.
I was totally like, look, he's still, I think.
No, you
didn't just do that.
Apologize.
You got the
Get that out of
Say
here.
you're sorry.
Now he's not apologizing. Look, now you done did it, Reggie. Like he's not apologizing now.
The floor is yours.
I don't know. You better get that off that setting. That is hateful. Hateful. This is ooh. I was wrong about Randall. Or no, I'm sorry. I was wrong about Jade. I still think he's got a terrible personality, but I think he does have a good heart. So I will say that.
Hopefully he watches this and forgives you. Shame on you. Shame on you, you talking.
Hateful. You are hateful.
Shame.
I can't believe you did that.
With this lighting that I have, that's just hateful. That is wrong.
You look good.
Yutaka, I will say your lighting is immaculate.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, my lighting.
Great apology lighting.
Stop it.
But that's
Spotlight would have been better.
But that's the thing with Jade, though, man. Like Jade, I feel, we all were kind of like, besides Des, in first we were just kind of like, why are you here? You're annoying.
Yeah. Just
get out of here. I don't care what happens to you. But now it's like, no, because Jade's actually he's been stepped up, and brought a lot to the table.
Yeah.
Unlike Jim's ass. But so I think
that's so true.
That with Jade, what I like is that he's, stepping up, but not only that, he's actually showing that he has somewhat of a heart because, he's kind of like, he wasn't careless or anything. I think he was just trying to like find a way out. And I like that they're kind of like, they develop this character, to where it's like, you kind of dislike him, but now you're kind of like, you know what? He's not an idiot and he's actually smart. Mm-hmm. So I respect him.
Yeah. Good writing on Jade. He has layers.
Telva makes a good point. He may be a jerk and abrasive, but when he said that in the beginning about Julie should be picking out a prom dress, like not here dealing with all of this. So I feel like at his core, he does, like Buddy said, he does have a soft spot, but it's really hard to get through. Some people are guarded, but that man has an electric fence around his core. And it's like, bro, relax, man.
Right. Yeah. He's just irritated. And again, I think it's justifiable, after spending so long.
I agree that, I'm sorry. I agree with that because I wish either way, I mean, Tabitha would, but honestly, I wish it was Jim that got pushed out. But then he would have, then we'll save it for the end. Yeah.
The whole Matthews family should have held hands and been pushed out the window.
I agree.
That's what should have happened. Except for Ethan.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, we like.
Although he definitely came last. He came.
RJ,
he came hard.
Do you miss the banter, RJ, between Victor and Ethan in this episode? Or
Listen, that's my favorite part of this entire series is their interactions. Like, I was hoping that they kind of had a heart to heart where Victor was like, "Say it again," Like I wanted Victor to like confront him, but like, so what was that you had said last week about my mom? Like, you told me to dig her up. Like, I was waiting for Victor to like match that energy that Ethan had because I although Ethan is a kid, I do feel like you do need to correct stuff like that. Because there are even in Black culture when we're doing like your mama jokes, there's a boundary that you don't cross. And
And
Ethan,
definitely. Ethan's so like he's a kid, but he's the type to clap back and then say, "Oh yeah, well that's why I destroyed all your crayons."
Yeah, clap back king.
And it's sad because it's like they're two kids dancing at each other, and I feel for both of them because they just want to go home. But again, Victor just needs to talk.
No, absolutely. That part was the funniest line to me when Victor was like, "Yeah, that marker you gave him was dry." Like that to me was the funniest shit.
He wasn't.
How are you gonna give somebody these dry ass markers, Ethan? Like he really let him have it. Like, damn, just say thank you, man.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, and he ought to be lucky though that Victor wasn't trying to come back and be like, "Well, look what happened to your sister." Like
he really could have like.
He could have used that.
Sure, I would have. Since we talk about mamas now, let's talk about your mom. You should let him have it. And let's talk about your mom and her dumbass falling through the floor. Let's talk about that. Like Victor had.
Oh my God, that comment.
Oh,
that is not 40 years.
I had to extinguish that fire real quick because that was brutal.
Listen, this comment
was
10 out of 10. It's funny because like you see his face when Tabitha hugged him, like it was like he didn't.
Yeah.
Dang.
Y'all funny. Y'all cold, but y'all funny.
That was good. But so true.
Yeah. I think Scott has a very like the childlike way that Victor communicates is like probably the most brilliant thing about Scott's performance as Victor, because not a lot of people can get that childlike awkwardness and that because children don't have the language. When you think about it, at their core, they don't have the language, they don't have the skills to communicate like that. So I think Scott does such a great job of channeling that weird, awkward, underdeveloped way of communicating that Victor does with Ethan. But who are we talking about before we went off on that tangent? Who are we talking about? Oh, Jade.
Yeah, Jade.
Can we talk about? I was so happy in that moment that they also brought back Tom, the bartender, for like that brief little. That was
I
so
felt
cool.
the same way. Yeah, as sort of like his subconscious, the same way Father Kotri was brought back for.
I really appreciated, like, he kind of got a good send off since he really didn't get a good one previously.
That was horrible, man.
I was like, they killed him. Yeah, I liked him.
I liked him too. I felt bad.
So let me ask you a question: Do the spirits or apparitions, like, because when Tom was telling Jade, go to the cave, I'm like, you really about to listen to this dead thing that you don't know whether it's good or bad? So for me, I'm gonna ask y'all, do the spirits teeter between being good and evil? Because I feel like sometimes they're there to help and sometimes they're there to be assholes. So like, what do y'all think? I don't know. I'm asking because I'm genuinely want to know.
I think they're being used. It's kind of hard to tell whether they're good or bad, but either way, I think that it's not really them, and that place is using them in some way. But then again, I could be wrong, because just like the boy in white, I feel like the boy in white was there to help Tabitha, as well as didn't he save Victor as a child when Victor was a child? I think in the town. Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong, but in some ways, I do think that place is using those spirits.
Yeah, I agree, because I was gonna tap on that a little bit, because I think there are good and bad spirits, and I say that with the boy and that girl and stuff. Yeah, where they're saying Akui and all that. I think they're trying to lead them to places, but I also think that there are bad spirits that when they get to that point, that the good spirits get overlapped or shadowed by the bad spirits. Because it seems like the evil in this situation is winning more, and that good is still from like the past of what has happened there, from the time that Victor's been there and way before. So I think that there's definitely good and bad. But I think right now evil's winning.
So going back to season 1, when the Matthews first got there and Julie saw somebody that she thought she recognized when she was outside the house. So can the town project? Can the monsters project? Because in this episode, I kind of got it. It kind of was implied that the forest is the great evil. So is everything the evil? Like, this is the finale. Because I'm annoyed.
I know.
I don't think there's a core, RJ. I don't think there's a core.
He quit. He quit the show.
I'm back. Okay, we're good.
That's hilarious.
I don't know, RJ. Here's my thing. I don't think there's a core to what we even know what the main source is to how these elements of like these ghosts and spirits are collabing into this town. So I don't know, man. I just think that there's not a core. We don't even know what it leads to, you know?
Yeah. And can I address that comment? I think it was from Lauren about how it was the one before that. I think she said it was in regards to me saying that the spirit. Yeah, how did she push her? Okay, yeah. In my perspective, I do sort of think that she was saved in a way. That's just the way I see it in my perspective. I mean, everyone else has their own and their own opinions, but I kind of think that she was saved from that situation. Now, the situation she ends up in, I mean, I don't know, it can go neither here nor there, but anywhere is better than there, I think. But
but she's without her family.
She is without her family, but
she might need the break, though. Let's be honest.
Not she might need a
stop it.
Okay, maybe it's like Julie and Jim, but not Ethan.
Listen, Jim is annoying. Ethan is a little liar because there's nothing wrong with his leg, and he's still walking around with that stick. And Julie is irritated.
It's his quest.
Tabitha needs the break.
I do like that it opens up, because I know it was commented earlier too, which I immediately, when that happened though, and that ending, I was just like, I feel like maybe we don't know like the height of the fall in a sense, how that really works, if that just immediately puts them somewhere, so could Victor's mom still be alive, and could his sister still be alive?
Wait a minute. Boyd's wife said, "We need to wake up. Once we wake up, it'll all be over." Maybe pushing Tabitha out that window was enough to jolt her back into whatever reality.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
because everything connects to sleep and dreams,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
That's why I put it in that perspective. That
This better
she
not be no
possibly
damn
was
dream.
saved by getting pushed out.
And the thing is too, Tabitha, at least, she woke up in the hospital.
Tabitha's like, I am a free woman.
Right. Where we going tonight?
She looked outside and she probably had the happiest, moment in that.
She took that IV out, and Tabitha.
She's
turned.
draining that bank
I
account.
can't.
She's starting her new life.
I'm
This
telling you.
business probably Jim wasn't going to ever let her do.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I
She
can
said,
see
"Jim
that
who?"
happening.
But
What country is she?
I don't know. Well,
I
she's
know the
America,
show's
right?
filmed in Canada, but I think they're all in the
It's in
States, but I
Arizona,
don't know
aren't
where
they? Within the show.
they don't say where she woke up though. So I don't know
No.
what
She
Yeah.
woke up in what, St. Joseph's or something? Saint something?
I mean,
Oh,
but there's like a
Saint,
St. Joseph. There's a Saint
Yeah.
something hospital.
Saint
Like
Saint Andrews.
But isn't somebody said that Saint Andrew was the saint of like lost and found or something like that?
Oh, it must have then
Yeah.
been like St.
Yeah.
Anthony's. He's the patron
Mhm.
saint of like
Okay.
lost and found.
Okay.
Yeah. And did you guys see that symbol on the monitor where it said St. Andrews? Uh-huh.
No.
I missed that.
Yeah.
What?
Let's just say thank you. Let's just say
Yeah.
thank you, Jade, because I think that's the same symbol that
Yeah.
Jade was, investigating.
Yep.
That's why I like Jade.
It's
He's doing the work.
I know I was wrong. He's
Green
still a
and white.
terrible
Yeah.
person,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's got a good heart. Okay, terrible personality, but a good heart.
Jade reminds me of Roman from Succession. That's another Roman, another version of him.
I don't know if it's that bad. Oh gosh.
I think so. He's just gonna put him back in New York and see what he does.
I don't know if he's that bad.
Tabitha definitely went straight
This
to
was mouth.
Fashion Nova. She got her a couple fits,
Not
and
Fashion
Tabitha
Nova.
going out. Tabitha going out. She took the IV out of her arm. She ain't wasting time tracking Eloise down.
Not
She
that
took the IV out of
I'm
her
done.
arm. She asked for the discharge papers, and Tabitha gonna move on with her life.
She doesn't. Why would she?
Kids? Who has
It's like
kids?
Roman.
Please, this is hot girl summer for Tabitha.
Right?
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, look.
Shin. I love
She's
that
a
story.
thrift. She's a frugal queen. That's what she is.
Telling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
that's
I have a
right.
theory
Yeah.
about Eloise.
Okay.
Mhm.
As you can see, this finale did not leave an impact on me. Sorry, guys.
It did not.
But I will
It
say
didn't.
that was also a cute scene. Or well, it was a sad scene, but I loved the production value, just seeing all the bottles and when they came around to that. Room 2 plus. Now you're just making me do math. Like
I'm not doing that.
I'm saying, that rude.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Not on my off day.
But when Tabitha went to that tower, did you guys notice the sort of foreshadowing with the bottles? Because she had the dream of being there,
Mhm.
and as she was going up the stairs, you saw the bottles, and I thought that was a cute little touch because I'm like, oh yeah, she. So I don't know, it's a lot to think about, but then at the same time, not really because we didn't get a lot.
Yeah, we didn't. Even I was thinking when Jade went into the tunnels that we would get a little bit more.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Aside from a little dummy jump scare, I hate the jump scares.
Slappy.
Pissing me. Yeah, slappy. The jump scares be pissing me off, man.
That that dummy is freaky.
Yes. Oh
And
my
it's going to
gosh.
scream.
But we got nothing from that either.
We got nothing.
Got nothing.
Now,
We got
Yeah.
one
hosed,
thing
y'all.
that
We
did
got
freak me,
hosed.
we didn't get nothing.
But it's
Now-
been a fun show, though. I
Yeah.
yes, I am still incredibly frustrated and angry that we don't have answers. But I have to say, it's been something a bit of. It's been refreshing to have a new series to watch, though. So
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
Yeah.
And I do really enjoy the cast.
Yeah. The cast is the best part
Right.
about this show. Normally, you have a few people who are standouts, and then you have few people where you wonder, like, how the hell did they get on this show? But like with this show, I haven't seen any bad performances, and
No.
It's a good
I think,
ensemble cast. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Not
think
at
they
all.
did a good job with casting this.
I agree. I just do wish that Jim got pushed out the window, but it's all good.
No, because
That
then
is
he would have got
hilarious.
saved.
Yo, you know what pissed me off about Jim? When Tabitha was telling him that, hey, I have to go and do this, and he was like, I already tried, and it was very like, if I couldn't do it, what makes you think you can do
And
it?
what makes you think? Yeah.
That
Bro,
was kind of disingenuous.
Jim be having me hot, man. Like that's why they was getting divorced. That right there
That's the
is
yep,
exactly why they
exactly.
was getting divorced.
There's no chemistry.
hmm
None.
He don't want to listen to nobody. Like
He don't
it's just
believe in her. And I
ridiculous.
just that pissed me off because it was like I thought I had a theory about this place too. Yeah, but you also followed up behind a dummy, you know?
Right.
Jim
You got
hasn't
manipulated.
figured out anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't figured out anything since he's gotten here. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, the house almost fell on your wife, and you can't keep track of your kids.
Not the first.
Like, come on, man! Like, there's so many things we can talk about. So it's not that I hate him or anything, but Jim's got to do. You got to step up, especially since you're white.
Yeah.
Gen X, right? Gen X never know where their damn kids are at.
He
They
would
just
be a
That is so
good
true.
character for them to kill off.
they don't.
Like that
Yes,
would add, like,
Utaka.
because it would then also add to the fact that Tabitha is no longer there, and so you got Ethan and Julie parentlet. I think that would add like a good emotional element to that storyline. Plus, we all want Jim to go. So
Yeah.
even
Like,
though I
It's
love the
time.
actor,
that power
but
do a flip for all I care.
you
Like,
need to
he gotta
go.
Yeah.
You
Now,
gotta
did you
go.
guys see Tilly? We hadn't seen Tilly in a while, but she was
Oh,
in
yeah.
this
The prayer circle.
But
I was wrong about
the
her
prayer
too,
circle.
but I'm not
I
apologizing.
still, I still have my theory about her. I'm sorry, because she said she had 7 children. There were 7 people in that prayer circle, and then there's 7 dead children in that tunnel.
Cult.
I'm like,
Cult.
it's giving cult.
No,
I don't
I'm
know.
convinced.
Could be wrong.
That's a good theory, though.
Oh yeah, no, we've been talking about
Oh,
that, especially
Yeah.
on the Muppet.
Haunted House
Yeah.
definitely is funky.
Yes.
You know, and we
Oh
don't
my
even
God.
talk about the fact, they don't have like working air or anything. So,
Oh, it's funky.
Yeah. No vents for the bathroom.
you just
Lady
know.
previous question.
Ooh.
If we had to kill off 3 characters to kind
Jim,
of like declutter,
Jim.
They should have done the 3 and the 3 that were chained up, and then add Jim. So I'm gonna give you 4.
yeah.
I agree. Yeah. That's
I would switch out Julie though. I like Julie. I don't want her to go, but I understand like casualties of war or whatever you want to call it, collateral damage.
Dale, but he's not in it that often.
Yeah.
Dale.
I would want somebody that is part of the ensemble. So I like. Well, I mean.
And now y'all did say, see, y'all turning me against Granny. Y'all know I was pro Granny. Y'all starting to turn me against her now.
She could go
Granny
still
and there's
too.
Tilly.
Tilly's a spy. Yeah, maybe. Some kind of.
She knows everybody's business. She came in there knowing everyone's business.
Yeah.
She's age 70 Patty Mayonnaise. Yeah. That's what she is. She needs to go.
Yeah.
That's who she reminds me of, the actress from Orange is the New Black. I mean, she needs to go.
She's very Piper Chapman energy.
Yeah.
Randall needs to go, but who knows? Again, he could have a redemption arc. I
kind of don't want him to.
I don't either. I really don't.
I don't like when they do that with villains. I feel like a lot of times shows are too scared to let their villain just be a villain.
Yeah.
Everybody does not need to be sweet at their core. Some people are literally rotten, and I feel like for writing's sake, I feel like we don't need to be looking for redeeming qualities and then just letting shit go that they did, you know? So I hope that they keep him how he is.
Maybe this
let that be
changes him
Jade.
and he becomes even more evil. I would like that.
I All right.
Maybe, yeah.
We truly need like a physical embodiment of a villain.
Yeah.
And
I
he
think so,
kind
too.
of was making himself to be that. And then we get that random ass Reggie person, him and his sister, who I'm glad both of them dead. But
Yeah.
I do think, you know, third season, I do want like a physical, actual villain that they also have to contend with. And I think that could be good.
Yeah, because I'm glad RJ
agree.
brought that point, because when you give these characters layers, it's sometimes the realistic aspect drives us to, like, you know, oh, things are going to turn out good, or everyone can be redeemed. It's like, no, not all the time, because some people just suck. It's just the way it
Heck,
is.
I still haven't forgiven who was it? Negan in The Walking Dead, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
I know they've been trying to redeem his character. I'm like, no, you
And I don't
Glenn.
understand that, because and even in the comics, he was not redeemable.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what it was? He became a fan favorite,
He
and
did.
they had to find some way to keep him around. And I hate that. Like, I want to say I saw a clip of him and Maggie having a conversation, and Lord, there is no way I'm having a conversation with you.
It was cringe.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, the way he you know killed in The Walking Dead, I'm just like, I just can't do it.
Poor Glenn.
I will never forgive you.
He
got an entire spinoff. Exactly.
Yeah, and now he's got an entire spinoff, so it's like great.
I love the actor too, but I was like,
oh yeah.
How
I just want to point out.
Yeah, where did Bacta get? No, Bacta was in episode
She was there.
9, but
she finally got out of that damn bus uniform, but she was there.
Yeah, she finally
was
quit.
In 9.
Basically.
I just don't remember her in the finale.
No, she wasn't in the.
No, she wasn't. She like MC said, she sang the nursery rhyme in episode 9.
They said
she sang
you
her
can't have more than 5 lines. There you go.
She said a check is a check.
Right. You ever see that show? I'm trying to think what it was. It was an old sitcom. It was it was Jenny McCarthy's old sitcom, and it was a joke because her dad was like a dead TV star, and they would only get residuals if he said 5 lines. And the joke would be he'd always die, or his character would always stop at 4 lines. And so that's why every time I see like where a character pops up for that story, I'm like, damn.
This was the Jenny McCarthy show, or was it a movie?
No, it was a sitcom. It lasted for like a season and a half.
Oh,
it was back in mid 90s, late 90s on like NBC. Because it had the chick who also became a Real Housewife, and it had the one actor who was famous for being overly tan. I can't think of his name. Like, he's that white actor who was like, so tan, that was his trademark. He was like in his
Hasselhoff.
I was about to say, yeah.
Oh no! If I could find his George Hamilton. George Hamilton, I think is his name. But yeah.
Okay.
It
was a bad show, but it reminded me of that. That was always an ongoing gag because her character was poor and she needed that residual money.
Look, okay, I feel
no, that was a reality.
Oh yeah, no, that's not it. Yeah, we'll talk out.
Yeah, I want to touch on
George Hamilton. Yeah, he is literally. If you look that man up, he is oranger than Trump. That's how orange that man is.
We'll pray for him.
It was someone's direction because the acting was so bad. Yeah, you know what? It was okay. I will say that
his acting was not good, but he's no longer there.
She's gone. She's gone.
I mean, his acting was only really good when he gave Ellis that look. When Ellis was like, "There's nothing you could have done." That look that had me dying. He's like, I was done. Like, Ellis, get out of here before you get hurt again.
I know.
I want to talk about something too. I felt like episode 1, they made it seem like Elgin was going to be this big player in this season.
Oh,
and he didn't do
anything. I felt bad for the actor. Like, that was underutilized. He was so underutilized for what they like propped him up to be.
Yeah.
I agree. I thought we were going to see more of him. So I kind of felt bad for the actor.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, RJ. I was thinking about that too. Like,
Yeah.
what a waste, you know?
Yeah, I was too. Because don't bring in something like that, especially with the story that he carried with him, because he knew a lot of stuff what happened on the bus. And then it's like you just completely threw that to the side now. And because like to fill in these other holes we have to figure out, it's like, no, like y'all need to slow down sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that was
like,
a problem with Lost. Like,
I
and
was
that's
just
where people kind of
remind me of
compare
Lost.
this to.
Yeah.
Just when you have
Right.
so many characters, people get lost in the background, and it's a shame because then it also, I think, it fractures the story, in my opinion. But that's just me.
It definitely does. I agree.
I think what needs to happen is some characters need to take a back seat. Like, I feel like Mary and Christy are great characters, but it's okay for her just to be the doctor. It's okay for her just to be the doctor's girlfriend.
Now you okay that she's the doctor? No. Now you're okay.
That is hilarious, right? Can we confirm this?
Right. At 8:14 on 6/26/2023, I've now officially accepted Christy as the doctor.
You might have to apologize, RJ, on the podium.
You're 3 of her residency, so I mean,
yeah, this her
but no, I
residency
do
right
agree. Did you guys find that kind of weird and awkward though? I think it was back in episode 7 or 8 when Elgin was speaking with Julie. It felt like he had so much to say when he was talking to her, and I'm like, why are you telling her this information? What makes her that special to do that? With that, I kind of had that question.
Elgin
Like,
Ellis
why
one
now?
has to go. I mean, who named the characters?
Ellis is not
like that
important.
was a bad idea because I get them mixed up all the time name wise. I know acting like 2 different actors, all that, but every time I mean to say one name, they're so close together. Like, come on now.
I think both of the E's with their names in the Elgin Ellis, I think they're both, like, hate to say it, they're not being written that well, or at least to a point where they're important in this frame of the story, because it's like Elgin supposedly saw a vision that we had not talked about or even discussed that much. And Ellis, Ellis, he gets stabbed and tripped over. He trips over trees.
I thought Ellis was gonna have more as well because he's Boyd's son. He should.
Yeah.
Kenny has more of a story. Kenny has more of a story compared to Ellis.
Yeah.
I think that Ellis it's his time to go.
Yeah.
Honestly.
For me, I feel like you need one relationship. We got that. We got Ellis and Fatima. I feel like we didn't need Christy. We didn't need the drama between Kenny, Christy, and Mary. Like,
no, we
there
really
so many
didn't.
things
I
that
did
happened
not like
that didn't need to happen. None of that needed to happen. It was a waste. We could have gotten more answers. I think that's what irritates me.
If a third season happens and we get like the coincidence into how she ended up there, it could save it. But other than that, she needs to go.
I don't know, Telvin.
I agree.
I don't.
That would be crazy.
That would be some
I couldn't get with someone that
trauma
killed
bonding that we should not see happen.
Well, to be fair,
that is not something I want to see happen. Like, I would love to see them agree to disagree, understand, and then like they can be friendly. But I think that would be weird.
But you know what, though? Stranger things have happened, and I know. Nobody's an Avatar fan like I am on here, but I have a theory that Aang is directly responsible for Katara's mother's death. And I have a problem that they ended up married at the end because he's responsible ultimately for her mother being killed because he didn't want to be the Avatar. Long story. But I said that to say, I don't
cancel me. I've never seen it.
You've never. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
The show or the movie?
The movie never happened. We don't talk about that.
Well, yeah, the movie, yeah.
Yeah, the movie was
Thank God for that.
Or the series, but yes, no.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I don't even know who you are. I can't believe it.
I know, but I love that. Side note, y'all. I love that Avatar brought the world of anime to, in a sense, or animation. It gave it a bigger platform. But I am somebody who is just a huge fan of just anime in general. So I love it, and I appreciate all the influences it's taken. But I'm just, I have tried to watch it. It's not for me. I think it's a great way to have adult themes, but it's not geared towards me. You're gonna see me watch like Cowboy Bebop, Inuyasha. I want to see limbs cut. I want to see samurai.
I love Inuyasha. Yeah.
So sorry, RJ.
RJ's malfunctioning.
He just done booted.
Oh,
He just booted him.
oh, hold on, guys. Okay, we're back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, wow.
Sometimes hard truths need to be said, y'all.
Wow.
Sometimes
Wow.
hard truths.
Ooh,
But I mean, I'm not really an anime guy either. I mean, RJ, you already know that. But
yeah.
with this dynamic, I see what you're saying because I watched, Avatar, and I've heard the news about that and stuff. It's just I don't like how. I mean, I think that in the future they could have a possibility of getting together, but I still don't like certain indications like that because then it's it could drive the story a certain way, but at the same time it's like I don't want to see that.
I think it's too weird, man. Like,
But I could see it though.
yeah, but we know technically it's not her fault, but for me, I feel like I'd rather they just be cordial with each other. Like, let's just be cool.
Yeah. And we don't need any more. We don't need relationships in this show. We have bigger fish to fry, people.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
We do.
Now, see, that breaks my heart because I'm a Miyazaki fan too, and I know he hates anime, but it is what it is. Yeah, I honestly though, you're stuck in town. I feel like that's a lot of what's going on there. Like the fact that I will also even say how Jim and Tabitha never rekindled a relationship just proves how bad they were for each other, though.
They don't even feel like a couple.
That's true.
They really don't feel like they're together. They feel like we just stuck here.
They're there for the kids.
Like they can't even make the best of where they're at because like that's how I was like, ooh, yeah, I don't want to see that happen. And so yeah, but I agree. No more relationships right now. Let's focus on the ones we have. Let's kill off some of the people we see.
Yeah.
Like we need a little bit of a clean house situation to push the story forward.
Yeah.
We do.
Definitely.
100%.
I don't know.
But somebody did bring it up. How'd y'all feel about the season overall? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, let's get to that. We've talked about everything.
I want to see all everybody else's
I want to know
comments. I want to see what they thought of the season.
Give it a rating out of 10 overall. What did y'all think of season 2 overall?
And what you want in season 3? I mean, I want a season 3, but I'm curious to see if people are like, no, I'm good.
I'll go first. Yes, I do want a season 3, but I really wish that we would get some dang answers and stop these loopholes and other ways of going into the story. It was still a good episode. I prefer the first season better. It was a little more intense. Stakes were a little higher.
Wow.
Overall, if I had to rate this season, like I said, man, it's about like a 7. It can't go higher than a 7.
Yeah, can't go higher than that. And I agree with M. Stewart. This is Lost 2.0, and I'm really hoping we do something about that because Lost went down its own tragic path of just too many questions, not enough answers, and so that's where I was like, ugh. Oh yeah. Speaking of, I want more brutal. Like, that's one thing I still give this show is why it hooked me was that very first episode because RJ be like, Utaka, why aren't you watching this? Why aren't you watching? I'm like, I don't watch it. I watched that first episode. I go, they did what to that little? Oh my god!
They killed a kid in the opener. Like what?
Yeah. And I was like,
and that's look, it draws you in, right?
Yeah.
It drew you in. And
so I was just like, yeah, right. And so it's lost some of its luster, but I think it can easily bring it back. I hope they focus more on the core characters, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a little more about Boyd and his wife too. Now that they introduced that.
But with this new evil, I feel like there are more ways to kill people now, brutally. So like y'all said, I do think we do need to lose people because it's sort of like Stranger Things. Everybody can't live, in this situation where we don't know what's going on, I feel like it's unrealistic to not kill anybody.
Yes. Now, I will say that I think it's hard for them to, kill off some people only because now everyone absolutely knows they cannot go outside, when it's dark. And so I'm glad that they're finding new ways to kill them from the inside, because we darn sure know they're not going outside. They know better than that right now. This season was all right. It could have been better. I liked the first season better.
Oh, definitely.
We have no answers at all with this season.
I feel like I know less.
Yeah, and same here.
We're still in the same.
It feels like, RJ. It feels like watching, like Dragon Ball Z, or just like a fight scene with no story behind it.
Oh my God, yes.
So
I know
exactly.
That's exactly
because it's like, okay, that's cool. Like that's punch, cool, kick, all that, bang, boom. But where are you going with the fight? Because even fights in movies have stories that go somewhere with it. So I think it's just like there's no substance behind this fight.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how I felt about the new Mortal Kombat, the new one that they just. I'm like, what is this?
Not a 3-episode build up for one hit. That's what DBZ and Yu Yu Hakusho were. Seriously, and Inuyasha was guilty of that too. Like that's sometimes I hate that. I don't need a 3. I need action.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah.
But back to what Tobin said, I agree wholeheartedly. It does. We need a town hall next season. At this point, there's no reason for anybody to hold anything in anymore.
That's actually true.
Because my thing is, if people have been seeing these visions and stuff, and you've been talking about this, it's like, why, RJ? If I'm seeing stuff, even though you may think I'm crazy, I'm still going to tell you, rather you believe it or not, because eventually you might see some stuff. So it's like, say something.
Exactly. I needed to get on the level of Wayward Pines because that's what it reminds me of, But I wanted to get on that level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before we get out of here, I want to know, knowing what you know now, would you be part of the crew that's trying to find answers, or would you be content with literally just living in the town as it is now, hoping nothing goes wrong?
Answers.
I'm thinking it depends where I'm living. If I'm living in a colony house, I need answers so I can get that out. But if you're giving me my own house and I can be self-sufficient, I'm not upset.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he would have
think about it. There's no bills. There's you got to work for everything.
Yeah.
Less hustle and bustle. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'd be a mix. Like, I want to know, but don't tell me too damn much. Like I want to know what the plan is. I don't necessarily want to be part of the plan to get out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if Jim's involved, people are probably gonna die.
Oh yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
And what's funny you talk is that even if they
I'll read it in the newsletter. That's what I'll be like.
And even if they do tell us everything, I still feel like there's going to be more answers or questions after that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, Sarah body, she's used to handling bodies. She's used to it. She's happy about that. I'll marry her. But you know what's funny though? I know she was throwing dirt on her, like, bitch. Like, about her jacket. I know. She was cursing her out of her grave.
Oh my gosh.
I know she was cursing her out over that jacket. She's probably
you know what though? We were all cursing those two people when they were introduced. So
she probably was throwing dirt on her, talking about God don't like ugly.
She came at her kind of hard. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Right?
You need to leave.
Yeah.
Hey RJ, what if Ethan threw a crayon at her like at the grave?
Oh my God.
Little crayon sprinkles in the grave.
No.
I know Sarah was talking hellish shit when she was burying her.
But she wanted to include everyone else too. I'll get a collection of people and we can just have a great party. Have a party and dance on her
She
grave.
put that jacket in there too. She said she wanted it so bad.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
You're not.
She probably put her in that jacket and buried her. Since you wanted it so bad, there you go.
Here's the jacket you've been asking for.
To keep you warm because she was open. Like, dang.
Yeah, she said
That is-
seasons are changing around here. You might want to put this on.
Now you got to be extra hot
It's
in
getting
hell.
cold in the dirt.
I just cannot. Wow.
Yeah, everybody's.
But she
complaining.
ended up that way because she fell asleep, though, right?
Yeah.
Or was that before? Okay, I just wanted to make.
Fell asleep.
Okay.
Yeah. Before they knew not to go to sleep, they fell
Before they,
asleep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're toast. They're all
Yeah.
toast.
Yep.
I don't know. I definitely enjoyed these past 10 weeks covering with you guys. It has been fun. It has been exhausting, but it has been very rewarding because I definitely met some cool people, made some cool connections, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll be back again for season 3. But we are team writers over here, and hopefully we get everything sorted out with the writer strike, and hopefully they get what they deserve. So Yutaka, where can we find you at, and what do you have coming up?
First off, Telvin, you are vicious. You are savage. Trying to keep a straight face, and I'm reading your comments, but ooh. Yeah, you can find me at the 4 Hour TV. We've got our normal, rotted podcast, and we've got some upcoming reviews, and hopefully maybe some upcoming festivals. So we shall see.
All right, Jade, what do you got going on, and where can we find you at?
You can find me on TikTok. That's where my most active, and I'm actually going to start up my YouTube channel with doing some shows for upcoming TV shows, Marvel movies, DC stuff, and I hope to have both of you on, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. But just TikTok. I have Instagram. I don't get on as much, so I'll I update you guys on my TikTok page. So that's where I'm at.
Cool. And Desiree, where can we find you at, and what do you have going on?
Oh, well, due to the writer's strike and everything, not much. So I've been writing my own project. You guys can find me on Instagram at Desiree Geraldine.
Cool.
And check out my IMDb just for fun. Desiree Geraldine.
Cool. And you can find me on most social media platforms at The Silver Site or The Silver Site Media. Everybody's links are down below in the description. It has been a pleasure working with you guys and, breaking down the show every week. I would like to thank everyone who's been on this panel. Cam, Monique, Lady Genevia, Ian from Slayer Fest, and Akil from Bacchanal Podcast. It's been great working with you guys, and I would love to work with all of you in the future. With that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you next season. Later days.
Yeah, be easy.